Hello everyone. This is a small guide on ownership, territory, and height signals. Let's get into it. So, when people own something, they have a territory of it. For example, let's say a house. If someone owns that house, then he has a territory around it. This is also how people be like when they are around something they own. Let's say like a car or a boat, desks, chairs, offices. They claim ownership by being near it, like leaning against the car or boat, or putting feet up on the desk or chair, and sitting really comfortable on chairs. This is how, we as humans present ownership of stuff to other people. And lovers will be holding hands to indicate that they are, taken. So now, if you want to intimidate someone, just sit on their chair and use their stuff without asking. This works because you are in their territory, and so it'll intimidate the owner and make him feel different. So one way a person can intimidate others is by leaning on a doorway. So let's say you're a new employee and you're going to meet your coworkers for the first time. And so you walk in and you lean on the doorway, which already gives a bad impression because that ain't your territory, man. You don't own that shit. So basically by leaning on the doorway, you intimidate the others, and since you intimidate others, and how first impressions work is people will basically give 90% of their impression, their opinion of you in the first 4 minutes, and you can't have a second opinion, like a second impression. So if you're the type of person who leans on the doorway, you could just be habitually intimidating others on the first impression. So one way you could fix this is by not leaning on the doorway and just holding, opening up your hands and palms and sitting, standing upright so that you're not intimidating anyone. And this can give like a fair impression. Now let's talk about status and ownership signals. If a boss is in his office and he feels comfortable in it, it's his territory, he owns stuff in there, so he'll be putting his feet up on the desk, and he'll be sitting as comfortable as he wants. Now let's say somebody with higher status, like who is superior than him, let's say a I don't know how to say this, just like a big, like a more high status person comes in, maybe a CEO or whatever, then the boss would kind of feel a little bit weird because he the boss will stop putting his feet up on the desk because he feels lower status than the other, the CEO. But he'll still kind of keep ownership of his items by kind of like touching the end of the drawer with his foot, sitting a little bit comfortable, just a little bit comfortable in this chair. And this is how status can kind of change ownership territories and stuff. So height. People see tall people as more superior and have more power, but short people have, people see short people as less superior and kind of have less power. So being taller gives you the feeling of more power, while being short makes you feel kind of not in control and less powerful. So now let's say you're a tall person and you're discussing something with a coworker. You'll be in control because height actually matters. So if you're taller than your coworker will kind of feel like you're above him, and he won't try to be aggressive or much like that. And in reverse, if you're shorter than your coworker is taller than you, he will feel less powerful. So one easy way to fix the height so that both of you are the same can be to make your chair taller if you're short. Make your chair. This makes it so that both of you are the same, so you can have an equal discussion. and to make your chair shorter if you're taller. This makes it so that you're both the same, so you can have an equal discussion. Or if you're short, instead of just, both of you sitting down, just stand up and speak. This gives you more height, so you have more authority and more power. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.